What did I say my name was? What did I say my name was? Shit. Dexter Charles. Okay. Hello?
Sir.
Hello, is this Joe?
Hell yeah, Dexter. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. I just saw you called a few times. I was on the phone with another client. What's up? How can I help you, man?
Well, look, man, I'm trying to get some information about this, about what you guys do I'm in Texas, right? So I'm in Dallas, Texas.
We were the promoter for the Matter Day Duncanville game.
Duncanville, that's right. I got a good friend over there at Duncanville. Dontre Fleming. Dontre Fleming was a good friend of mine. He's out of Duncanville.
Yeah, Duncanville is one of our clients. The last 3 years, they played out-of-state games, so we did all that. We sent all the teams down there to play them. We sent St. John's 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. We sent IMG last year, and we just sent Matter Day this year. And we're also sending Bishop Sycamore in a few weeks from Ohio.
Really? So tell me, how do you guys work it? I mean, you know, I tried to work with a couple of these different.
Let me tell you what's different about me, okay? I do it. I have, number one, I have the largest network there is. I have over 300 teams in my database. With the press of one button, I could let 300 people know, hey, Dexter needs a game on this date. This is his travel stipend, and this is what you need to know. I also do it for free. It's a labor of love for me. I have a real job. I own a company. I do this before 8 a.m., after 5 p.m., and on weekends. And the technology basically does everything for me. So you don't pay a penny. But I only deal with the top, 150 teams in America.
Oh.
So you're looking for a guaranteed win, you're really not going to get it with my teams. I only deal with the top 1%ers in the whole sport.
The top 1%ers?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I put together Matter Day, Duncanville. I put together St. Francis, St. Thomas Aquinas. Half of the top 10 games of the week this week were my games, according to Max Preps.
Max Preps. Okay, so I work with Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin High School.
Yeah, I know the college. I have a friend who played football at the college.
Oh no, not the college. That's a little bit higher up than us.
Where are you? Where are you located?
We're near the Colony, Texas. So that's about 45 minutes outside of Dallas.
Okay, so if I have a team that's coming down there to play you, they would fly into Dallas Airport, that DFW.
Yeah, of course. Either DFW or maybe Love Field. I think Love. Excuse me?
What class is the school?
We are 9-5A, so we're not the biggest schools out there, but
you're 5A, so you're like Highland Park?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, I went to one of their games last year. Okay, so you're like Highland Park. All right, that's cool. I have a lot of teams that want to play in Texas and experience Friday Night Lights, so I could definitely hook you up for. Are you looking for this season or next?
Well, I mean, I want to get a little bit of info on your process so that I can take it to.
My process is, you tell me, Joe, we're interested in hosting an out-of-state team either this year or next year. I send that out to my entire database, and then I tell you who gets back to me, and then those are your options. One by one, we review them one at a time. I may say, you know what, you really don't want to play them. They're really good. They're top 20 in America. Or we may say, you know what, this is a great team. You guys are evenly matched up. I think it would be an awesome game. And then we go from there. But it's simple. There's no money changes hands. Totally free. Nobody, there's no fees involved. I do this as a labor of love.
I mean, no fees involved.
No fees involved. I do it as a labor of love. I'm trying to grow the game of high school football. That's why I do this.
Trying to grow the game of high school football. I get that. I respect that. But what I'm trying to get at here is where is the benefit for you to be involved with this if you're not able to actually grow some kind of income from it?
I have great pride in setting up out-of-state games, interstate matchups. I love when New York comes down and plays Texas. I love when Texas flies to Georgia and plays. That's what I live for. So it's pride and proud. I'm proud and prideful about what I do. There's no money involved.
So would I be wrong to assume that you get that your reputation grows a little bit from this? It has to.
Well, yeah, people like dealing with me because I'm easy to deal with. I offer the best teams possible, and there's no fees involved.
So what's your team like? Well, who do you have on your team? Like, how do you guys organize?
It's me.
Just you?
It's a one-person operation.
Just you by yourself?
I have an office in my house.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't do this for a living. It's a labor of love, like I said, a hobby, if you will. I have a real job. I do really well. I own a company. So this, like I said, I do this before 9, after 5, and on weekends. And it's been going on for 6 years. And I started with 2 clients, and now I have over 200.
Well, tell me a little bit about, like, when you set these teams up, is there any way to, like, what's the kind of promotion like? I mean, you know, we're like I said, we're near the colony, so not a lot going on out there in way of getting exposure. So I'm looking to get more exposure for the team.
But the only way I can get you exposure is if you play somebody good, really good, that people want to come and see. I can get the game on TV. I can get the team streamed then. I can get you some streaming rights. I deal with a company named, you ever heard of Flow Sports?
I have not.
Yeah, Flow Sports is the largest streamer of amateur athletics in the world. I manage their high school football channel.
Flow Sports. What's that? FLOW?
Nope. FLOsports.tv is the website. Go visit it and click on the football link.
All right, give me 1 second here. Let me pull up this browser.
FLOsports.tv.
FLOsports.tv. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. It says join now. Okay. Okay. There's a video playing.
Yeah, so there's like a window where you could see all 25 sports that they offer and click on football.
Hold on now. Okay. Football.
And then click on live events, and you'll see our schedule. We stream hundreds of games every football season. If we bring a high profile opponent down there to play you, I could put you on Flow Sports, and I could pay you with streaming rights depending on how good the competitor is.
So there's your money, the streaming rights.
Yeah, but I only do that a few times a year. The game has to be really good. Like, it has to be like Duncanville Matter Day quality.
Oh, Duncanville. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I could bring a team down there, but, you know, Duncanville got the maximum amount of money for hosting Matter Day.
How much did Duncanville get?
For you to get what Duncanville got, you'd have to host, you know, like a top 100 team in America.
Well, what kind of money was that for Duncanville?
I can't. That's between me and them, but, you know.
Oh, come on, man. We're talking about high school football here. So what was it, $1 million? They get $1 million for it? They get $1 million?
No, it's not even 5 figures. It's 4 figures.
Oh, so these guys got like $5,000-$6,000.
I'm in that area, yeah.
And what's your cutoff that?
I gave Duncanville the whole check. I didn't want any of it.
You didn't take a dime? You set up the TV rights.
I didn't take a dime because the game was so good. I wanted to give them all the money.
All the money?
I don't need it, man. Trust me when I say I don't need it.
Hey, Joe. Listen, man. This is TV rights we're talking about here, man. This is TV rights. Now that's one of the reasons why.
But I made money on the 29 others that I did. I could pick and choose when I want to make money, when I don't. That Duncanville Matter Day matchup was the biggest game in the history of high school football in the last 10 years. I gave them every dime. I didn't want any of it.
The biggest high school football game in the last 10 years, they only made $5,000?
No, it's streaming rights. They made, you know how much money they sold out? They made $100,000 in ticket sales. You know, they made probably close to, when all said and done with concessions, they probably made $150,000 that night, Duncanville.
Not a cut in the world for you? Because
Not at all, baby. Not at all. That's why people love to work with me.
Hey, I see it, man. I see it. Now, hold on now. Now I definitely want to talk about how we can connect on that rights thing, though, because what we have, we don't have a huge exposure, but if we can get a consistent the live show, if we can get the live shows on there consistently, That's where we're looking. That's where I personally am looking to try and get a little bit of money out of it.
Yeah, but you got to remember, bud. You got to remember that there's rules with the UIL. You know, I could stream your games. That's fine. I'm trying to think. Yeah, as long I can stream your games. Like the new rule is is for TV, right? So if somebody, an out-of-towner, comes in to do a game on TV, it's got to be on a Thursday or Saturday. I think that's the new Texas rule. If I were to be in TV, I cannot put a high school football game on Friday. It has to be a Thursday or Saturday, based on the new rules that they just passed.
Hold on now. But Friday is the night.
Yeah, but we could stream the game. I just can't put you on national TV. I could stream your game nationally. I just can't put it on TV. It can't be on. It can only be on, streamed, the computer or iPad, that type of thing.
Man,
So,
I was thinking about TV because our athletic director wants to talk about. He saw the ESPN games.
Yeah, I put both games on ESPN. Two of the games on ESPN this weekend I put together. But again, I'm friends with ESPN. They called me and they wanted me to find an opponent for St. Thomas Aquinas, and I sent them St. Francis, and I did it for free.
ESPN called you?
Yeah.
Holy
ESPN
shucks!
Good matchup. They call me to get the matchups together. And again, I do it as a labor of love. I don't charge them a penny.
You don't charge ESPN?
I do not. Nope.
Liar! I don't believe it.
It's true.
I don't believe it.
100% true.
You're telling me you don't charge ESPN, my friend?
I put together the game yesterday that started at noon. St. Francis out of Baltimore against St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale. I set that game up for ESPN, and I got nothing for it.
ESPN got all the money off of that. You're not taking a dime out of that?
I am not. Nope. Because I don't want to. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to grow the game at the highest levels.
But it's on ESPN. It's already grown.
I know.
So ESPN contacts you.
Yeah, when they need to. Sometimes they could do it on their own, but sometimes they need help. They don't have the relationships with the coaches and ADs like I do.
Holy shucks.
Remember, I have 300 ADs and coaches in my database that love working with me and have worked with me since 2015. ESPN doesn't have those type of relationships. They have a few. But
They're ESPN though, my man.
I know they are, but you know what? I told you what. They are. I get it, but it depends who they have on ESPN too. They had IMG on last night. And
IMG, yeah, they're the top dog.
They're the top dog. Yeah, they had them on last night, and they had a hard time finding them an opponent. So they called me, and I found them one.
So IMG, man, they got like 30 guys on their team that are D1 top guys.
They actually have 3 football teams. Yeah.
They have 3 football teams.
3 varsity football teams. Mm-hmm.
So which one played?
The national one played last night.
And ESPN called you because they couldn't. ESPN called you because they couldn't find anybody to play them.
Yes, because IMG is the most feared team in all of high school football. Nobody wants to play them because they beat everybody by 50 points.
My man. Holy cripes! If you can get us on ESPN, my man.
Did you have any star players? 4 or 5 star players?
Oh man. Patrick Robinson's probably our best player, running back, about 5'11", 205.
Yeah.
I'd say a solid 4.5, 4.4. But he's more of a Derrick Henry type just from looking at him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have anybody to check him out. He doesn't have our games aren't this is Texas football. Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but in order to get, I can put you on the internet. I can't put you on TV. I just don't do that. I'm the internet guy. I can get you on.
Now hold on, man. You can do anything. You got ESPN calling you.
I know, but that's because they want the top teams in America. They wouldn't be interested. No disrespect, but they wouldn't be interested in a Stephen F. Austin unless you were playing, a really, really brand name team from another state And even then, that would be hard.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. That doesn't make sense to me because, if they don't have a team to play them, then we can step up and play them.
All right, you can play listen.
Whoa. I didn't say IMG. I didn't say IMG, buddy.
Well, what I'm saying is ESPN only calls me mostly when it's IMG involved because nobody wants to play that. They could,
Okay, hold on. Now, listen. Between you and me,
yeah,
we'll take on IMG if we can get a little bit more on the side.
Yep.
Because we need the funding, man. We need the funding, and I'm looking at these teams. We just don't get the same recruiting offers as a Grand Prairie does, you know?
Right. Yep, I hear you. So do me a favor. This is how we start everything. You go. Have you been on my website?
I have not. Let me get the website. I got referred to you. Let me see here. Where's Duncan? Okay. Yes. Now, what's your website?
Go to the website. It's called Prep.
Oh, hold on. Let me write this down, buddy.
All right, it's 3 words.
Okay. Prep. Okay.
Gridiron.
Okay.
Logistics.com.
Prep Gridiron Logistics.com.
Yep, go to it, and there's a form where you could register with the site. Register with the site, and then I'll add you to my database. Whenever I send out a scheduling alert, you'll start seeing them all, and you could jump on an opportunity if you like it.
Ah, man, we just need one big game. One game to get a couple of our guys out there.
I know. I could help you out.
ESPN gives you the call. When is the next? When's their next scheduling to show high school games? I know they had the kickoff classic.
I know on Flow every week. I go through November on Flow, but that's digital. You want TV? ESPN's high school football schedule. I think this was it this weekend because they start up with college next week.
Oh, who all played this weekend? I didn't catch all the games. I just saw.
They had about 6 games this weekend, all over the country.
Who?
They had a couple of Georgia games. They had the IMG game. They had a.
I saw the Ohio. They had what is it? Kickoff Classic in Ohio. Is that what it was?
No, well, they had a game in Florida yesterday at noon. It was St. Francis at St. Thomas Aquinas. Then they had 2 in Georgia, and they finished up last night in Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. That's where the
Hall of Fame is.
Ooh, that one had to be big.
They finished it last night there.
Who played in that one? That's. Let me see. Hold on.
That was IMG, and we played a new team out of Columbus, Ohio, called Bishop Sycamore.
A new team? You got a new team on ESPN.
Yep. You know why? Because nobody else wanted to play IMG. That's how it works. They were the last resort.
So you got a new team. Hold on. What are they called?
Bishop Sycamore.
Is there any? Hold on. Let me see. Bishop Sycamore, IMG. Okay.
Yeah, they played last night.
So hold on. So how did you get those guys?
What do you mean how I get them? They're part of my network.
The Bishop Sycamore guys are in your network?
They did what I'm just asking you to do. Go on my website and register with me, and then every time I send out a scheduling alert, you'll automatically get it.
Okay.
That's what they did, and they jumped on the opportunity to play IMG.
Look, man, I'm just trying to find a way to get a little bit of exposure for my guys, and all. At the end of the day, I am interested in the money side of it. I am. When you say TV rights, I'm interested in that. So how much did Bishop Sycamore get for that? Because
they were the home team. IMG got their airfare paid for by ESPN.
So what about Bishop Sycamore? I'm talking about on the money end. When everything's said and done, they gotta hand money out.
I'm not involved in those conversations. I only put the game together. I had nothing to do with the finances.
But ESPN called you, so they had to offer something.
Well, I don't know. I'm not part of it. I'm a matchmaker. Once I match the team.
The matchmaker is the most important one. They got to get their money.
And normally it is, but not with me because I don't take money.
You don't take money from ESPN, my friend? Come on, man. No, you know what? I'm not going to question your integrity in that regard. I'm not going to question it. I'm just asking the question because I needed to ask it.
ESPN, no way.
Not even, I mean, no cash, no nothing?
Nope. I think
No.
2 years ago I went out there and the guy took me to lunch. Maybe that's the only thing.
I mean, at least take you to dinner, right? I mean, they got to.
Yeah. So, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
How many boys on your varsity roster?
Varsity roster, we got 73.
Okay. So if I ever got an opportunity, would you travel to play somebody somewhere?
Man, that'd be a hard ask, man. That'd be a hard ask, mainly because, like I said, you know, our high school is not, you know, we ride a bus to our games in the school district, but
Right.
I mean, you're talking about jumping on a flight. That's why I'm asking about the whole situation on the money end, because that's what we would use that money for, is to transport our boys. Hotel accommodations, you know,
It's a lot. No,
uniforms are going to have to get, you know, stitched up. Helmets are going to have to get cleaned up.
Listen, you make more money when you host. So let's stick with you hosting.
We can do it at HBJ Stadium out here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Will they charge rent or we do for free?
Oh, that's in the school district. That's part of the deal. That's part of what we do.
Good.
You can't be doing all of this for free, man.
I am.
Holy crikes.
I am.
Wow.
I have coaches that want to give me money. I tell them just give it to the visiting team. I don't need it.
Liar! I'll be damned. Give it to the visiting team. Yeah, right, my friend. No. Look, man, I'm very interested. I'm gonna fill out this questionnaire.
Yep. It's just your name, your phone number, your address, whatever they ask for.
I'm gonna fill this out. I'm gonna get it to you. This is
you to my database, and you're gonna start getting my emails once a week.
Okay. Gonna start getting emails now. If I want to get a hold, is this an office line or this is a personal line? What is this?
It's both. Just call this number.
Okay, man. Wow. I mean, I feel like it's too good to be true. Like,
No, it's not. It's not. Trust me. I do this for a labor of love. Don't worry about it. Okay?
labor of love, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me talk to you for a moment.
I'm down there often. Hopefully we'll hook up soon.
Yes, sir. I'll get that information to you here in just a moment.
Thanks, man.
All
See you
right.
soon. Bye-bye.
ESPN calls me. I don't believe that shit. Wow. So there you have it. That explains why this guy was defending this situation the way he was. That explains it right there. That explains why he was defending this situation in the manner that he was defending it. You know this guy literally gets paid under the table by somebody. Nobody does this kind of shit that could be this labor intensive of making phone calls, getting meetings, flying places. Nobody does that if they're not getting money. This is America, my friend. This is America. America. From what he's saying, ESPN calls him. ESPN calls him. If anybody thinks that ESPN, or if anybody actually has ESPN as a direct connection in a situation like this, then ESPN is going to be paying your ass. Point blank period. Now, ESPN says they go through Paragon. So who is really telling the truth? Who is really telling the truth? Looks like a fucking scam to me. The only hard proof I could find of the school's existence outside of a football team is this Massillon, Ohio independent article from last September, where even in the most favorable light, this online-only prep school exists somewhere in between Finlay Prep and Prime Prep on the spectrum of alternative sports-focused high schools. It seems like when you read about the school on the internet, you hear things about, well, they just run around aimlessly and are just trying to play football. Associate AD David Brown told the paper. I don't think that people understand that a lot of these young men, they really want to go to college. They really want to be good fathers. The way to teach those things is through football. I understand what you're saying, but you don't play against high school football teams if you're not in high school. I don't think people understand that. They get so caught up in the football aspect of it that they don't realize there's actual people who really want to do better in their life. Further bolstering the amount of issues regarding Bishop Sycamore are different high school football message boards with damning accusations about the school, as well as a feature about the school head coach, Roy Johnson, started up prior to Bishop Sycamore, alleging fraud and mismanagement and that classes may not have been taking place. Go figure. Is anybody surprised? Some highlights. A week later, on September 25th, the Ohio High School Athletic Association said its representatives could not verify classes were taking place at the AME Church 3rd District headquarters at 112 Jefferson Avenue in Columbus, and it determined football games played against COF Academy would not count for points to qualify for the state playoffs. Also, Johnson and Richardson are defendants in 2 cases accusing them of unpaid loans for $100,000. Multiple businesses and other private individuals are threatening lawsuits of their own against Johnson due to accusations of unpaid bills for services, he said. Specifically, defendants have admitted they made representations to the bank in the form of having authority to enter into and execute on behalf of the church a loan of $100,000. These representations were material to the bank in issuing the loan. They knew these representations were false. They intended the bank to rely on these representations. This reliance by the bank was justified, and they have not made any payments on the loan, resulting in injury to the bank. Accordingly, the group, Richardson and Johnson, have engaged in fraudulent misinterpretation. So that's actually a crime. These guys committed wire fraud. That's wire fraud. That's a federal crime. That's wire fraud. Like, what are you doing? There are also 2 very active message board threads about Bishop Sycamore. While we obviously cannot verify all the claims in these threads, we encourage you to read them for yourself, because if just some of these claims are true, athletes are being put in harm's way and potentially exploited. Whew. A quick summary can be found of the accusations. Here on prepgridiron.com. All right, let's take a quick look-see. Ooh, this was 23 hours ago. Ooh. Saw the game today not knowing a thing about BS and now have stumbled down a rabbit hole for the last 5 hours reading about this scam. Some journalists like Kevin really needs to do a deep dive on what happened here and what goes on at Bishop Sycamore. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some actual criminal behavior here. The 5-second version. They were formed as COF a few years back, but the program collapsed under fraud and misuse of funds, including fraudulently obtaining loans and failing to pay numerous vendors and landlords. So they folded that name and called themselves Bishop Sycamore. In the 2 to 3 years they've been BS, they've used multiple fake addresses, multiple fake names, fraudulently attached themselves to actual charitable entities without those entities' knowledge or permission, and then created a fake school name to attach themselves to before giving that up and going back to just calling themselves BS and using a fake address. There is not and never has been an actual school. And there is not and never has been a person named Bishop Sycamore. They use postgraduate players, which is one of the many reasons they are not certified by OSHA or OSA, OHSAA, or any other certifying body for high school sports. They and their pimp, GSB, lie online about their players, their facilities, and their fake D1 offers. Meanwhile, they barely have enough players to cover offense and defense, and they don't have enough uniforms, equipment, and helmets for all the players. It's a scam from top to bottom, pimped, pushed, and promoted by GSB. Yappy.com. On Yappy.com, there's a 45-page thread where the accusations become increasingly alarming. Again, we cannot verify all of these claims, but given surface evidence, it seems worth sharing because this story is just nuts. Let's take a look at this. Since the media finally noticed this story, a full 3 years too late, here's a little trail of public records to follow. From 2018, Heartland Bank versus Richard Allen Group, Roy Johnson and Jay Richardson. Those are the cats. Roy Johnson is the coach, and Jay Richardson is the former NFL player who was partnered with him. 90,000. 1118, First Merchants Bank. 105,000. That's 200,000 fraud. Bank fraud defaulted on both loans. Holy shit. ARN Hospitality, Baymont Inn. Roy Johnson, Christians of Faith Academy. 110,000. Holy shit. These coaches and players stayed at the Baymont Inn in Delaware for about 6 weeks during the 2018 season, then absconded without paying. 2019, Tailwind Griff LLC versus Roy Johnson. And versus Andre Peterson. The team stayed at the Griff Apartments during the 2019 season without paying. There's an additional 22 other eviction cases against the players themselves. Rent was probably about $35,000 per month for all 24 apartments. Holy shit. How the fuck did they get away? How did they do this? The feds have not even looked at none of this. There's so many. 2020, Delaware County versus Roy Johnson. Oh, okay. This is your personal now, cuz. Domestic violence, assault, disorderly conduct. Most coaches get fired for this. Not at Bishop Sycamore. Clearly not. 2020, Commons on Kinnear versus ISC Foundation case, or ISC Foundation. 16 cases total. Evictions following the 2020 football season went by the name ISE Foundation that year. Rent was probably about $25,000 per month for all 16 apartments. Holy shit. I mean, you're pushing, it feels like you're pushing 16 apartments, 25,000 a month. That's about probably 125,000 for the season. If you're looking at, maybe 150,000 for the season. So 150,000, and then you got another one that's at 35,000. So you're looking at what? Like another 24 apartments, 35 a month. That's like another 200, close to 200,000 there. These cats have defrauded for damn near $750,000. 2021, Cardinal Transportation LTD versus the same versus Andre Peterson, the Roy Johnson charter bus company, amount owed unknown. Listen, this is gross. It's just gross. ESPN is passing the buck, so is Paragon. Nobody wants to own this, but young players were put in danger, and not for the first time. Opposing school ADs are complicit. IMG hasn't said a thing. Everyone seems to know what's going on here, and nobody cares. It's disgusting. Hopefully the money was worth it. The higher up you go into this, the further distance these conglomerates want to be from it, because, true enough, at the end of the day, maybe they didn't put these teams together, but they didn't do their fucking due diligence to make sure that everything was on the up and up. And you expect ESPN, maybe we don't, but you should expect ESPN to do that. You should expect Paragon to do that. And then you have the snakes like Joe Mamone and this list of degenerate programs, recruiting sources that literally sat here and allowed this non-existent scam team to operate because that's money for them. There's no way in the world anybody will do this for a team that doesn't exist or a team that doesn't check the boxes at the very least without getting some bread and you getting it in cash. And if they know anything about what this Roy Johnson cat has been doing, if they know anything about any of this at all, Roy Johnson, Jay Richardson, if they know anything about any of this, they getting their cash up front right now. Nobody does that for free. That's bullshit.